Hello and welcome to the Bowler Weekly Show. I'm Erin Haynes and your host for this week. Let's get into it and take a look at what's been happening in lawn bowls across South Australia over the past week. Just a quick reminder to like and share this video on your Facebook page. Bowls SA was deeply saddened to hear of the devastating news that one of the brightest and youngest members of the bowling community was going through a difficult time. Kyra Williams, a member of the Goolwa Bowling Club, has recently been diagnosed with stage 2 Hodgkin lymphoma. Kyra is just 14 years of age and has represented South Australia on multiple occasions in the state under-18 team, playing in the Australian Under-18 Championships and in series against Victoria. Kyra is now undertaking chemotherapy treatment. However, this process and her declining physical condition has unfortunately forced her to take a break from the sport and community that she holds dear. Her family hopes that with ongoing support, Kyra will be able to make a full, speedy recovery and return to the bowling green when the time is right. Bowls SA is seeking support from its members, clubs and associations to raise funds to support Kyra and her family in their time of need. Medical and travel costs, as well as loss of wages, all make things more difficult in an already trying time, and your support can make a difference. Our goal is to have every club playing pennant on Saturday, December 8th to arrange to collect donations or run a corner-to-corner competition or other fundraising competition for a gold coin donation to be donated to Kyra's cause. These donations can then be provided to the below account details, with 100% of funds raised to be delivered to Kyra and her family by Bowls SA on behalf of the wider bowls community. Alternatively, any member or club can make a direct donation into the same account details to support Kyra. The details for this are now being shown on the screen. Participating clubs are encouraged to send through their fundraising photos, which Bowls SA will collate to showcase how we, as a state and a bowling community, kicked it for Kyra. If you have any queries, please feel free to contact the Bowls SA staff on 8234 7544 or email reception@bowlssa.com.au. Frank and Naree Mart have been playing for West Lakes Bowling Club for over 30 years and have collectively played over 1,500 games, and that's not inclusive of all their fill-ins. We spoke to the couple to hear more about their stories.
32 years ago, my husband had died. I was playing tennis, square dancing, bushwalking, and in the local paper there was an ad for the I lived at Warradale, for the Marion RSL. They were wanting new members, so I thought, oh, well, that will fill in a day or two. and so I rang them, and they organised uniform, bowls, hat, everything that I needed. So I had 1 year playing at Marion, and then Frank and I were married, and his parents, mother played croquet and father played bowls, and all Frank heard was the politics, so no way was he ever going to play bowls. So, but by the time we came back from our holiday after we were married, he decided yes he would. So I moved down to West Lakes where Frank was living, and we've been members of the West Lakes Bowling Club ever since. So that's this is our 32nd season. I think it's getting out of the house,
social contact,
and social contact, and just that form of physical exercise. They're not top class bowlers. We're perhaps a little better than mediocre, but have been. Frank was president of the club for 3 years. But I think perhaps because we did a lot of caravanning right all over Australia, we took our bowls with us. And I think some of the memorable moments have been sort of just being able to play in some of those clubs and sort of meet new people. I don't think the game itself, apart from people these days, had very narrow bowls, whereas when we started we had to take a lot of green. The bowls we're using now are not the newest, but we sort of think, well, it's not worth changing them at this stage. But the game itself, I don't know, has changed that much. I think it's more the hours that we played, especially the ladies, starting so early. Once it was, we started at 11, stopped for lunch, then socialised afterwards. Well, now everybody wants to head off home as soon as they finish. You just miss that little bit of socialising now.
Frank, total games played 907, so it's increased since then, obviously, so probably near on 1,000.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, Naree, he said 638 total games played, so that's over 1,500 played combined. That's incredible.
Yeah. Is it, and I don't think that would have counted the times that we filled in. That was sort of just in our own teams, I would think.
It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games. And you're going to continue playing?
Oh, heavens, yes.
Yes.
As long as we can, as long as they'll have us.
Yeah. Well, just a little anecdote.
Yeah.
There's a TAB ad, and I was June from Bowles, and there was quite a lot of people in the ad, and a lot of the ads were made in Gawler Place on a Saturday afternoon. Shops were closed in the afternoon, and we were running, and there were 5 of us that were more or less the stars, that we took it in turns to win. So it was a bit of a joke with the club. Oh, I see, June won Bowles again. Or won the race.
How much did you get paid for that, and how many years ago was that?
Well, I don't know how many years ago it was. It was a long while ago.
Yeah.
It could have been 15 years ago. It was about the last ad that was on the air here for South Australia was the TAB ad, and then they moved to Victoria. So I got over $1,000.
Waiting on the light. All settled. Light on. Racing now. First away is Shopaholic, then Dr. Pringle, Bean Counter, Brett the Painter got out well. Harley Rider and Fresh Fish Antonio's bringing up the tail. As they round the turn, it's Young Char Chef, Manic Magistrate, Greenkeeper jumps nicely, and Tram Driver under pressure now. Down the main stretch, it's Lord Mayor, a short half head to Madam Spank. Frantic Courier past Mystified Copper, and out wide is Nick the Cabbie. They start to bunch, Balloon Bending Busker performing well, and Pavement Picasso can't get a run. Oh, there's been a fall. Here's Latte Lovey and Rude Waiter. There'll be a protest there. Dancing Chatters, they're not in the race, and Beefy Barrister last of all. Down the home straight, going at a thunderous pace, it's Fire Brigade and Symphony Orchestra. Oh, but now it's on Pass and Purpose, moving up on the inside. Fresh Fish Antonio, Yum Char Chef, June from Bowles. Madam Spank's gone for the whip. It's anyone's race, and here comes Pipe Band Leader. There's not a cigarette paper in it, this'll be a photo. But it's June from Bowles. She's run them ragged. A great race. Just wait.
Thank you to both Frank and Naree. It was great to hear your story. It's people such as yourselves that make our sport as great as it is. Bowls SA is pleased to announce the selected teams for the 2019 Under-18 SA Vic Series to be held at the City of Geelong Bowling Club January 8th to the 10th. Indiana Vass and Jackson Saunders will make their debut in state colours. The selected side is, in the boys team, singles Nathan Black, pairs Harry Burgess and Daniel Greenslade, triples Jackson Saunders, Matthew Freeman and Nathan Black, fours Jackson Saunders, Harry Burgess, Matthew Freeman and Daniel Greenslade, reserve Corey Hicks. In the girls team, singles Kate Argent Bowden, pairs Sheridan Bodner, Grace Maloney, triples Indiana Vass, Lucy Tiller and Kate Argent Bowden, and in the fours Indiana Vass, Sheridan Bodner, Lucy Tiller and Grace Maloney. John Williams, the Secretary of the Auburn Bowling Club, has compiled a guide for new bowlers as an explanation of etiquette and other basic information to help get them started. The idea of the booklet came about when the membership for Auburn increased over 20% in the last 2 years, with mostly brand new bowlers. This increase of newbies prompted John to put together a book on etiquette in the first instance, which has since been adjusted to become the present edition, which includes obligations of skippers, thirds, seconds, and the lead to the team, plus a few tips and tactics to help win games. Play Lawn Bowls Etiquette, Tips and Tactics has purposely been kept to a concise list from that can be referred to easily without complicating and frightening would-be bowlers. It is not meant to be a law book or coaching manual, but just a basic guide to get new players started without frightening them with too many rules and regulations. Over 2,000 copies of the booklet have been produced so far for 36 SA bowling clubs. The minimum order is 20 for $80, including GST, postage and handling. Please contact the Bowls SA office for more information on how to order copies for your club. We are midway through the Australian Championships being held at the Merimbula Bowling Club in New South Wales. Taking on the state champions from all the other states, our SA representatives have proven their worth in the first half of the tournament, with each team winning games and pushing for medal contention. Our women's pairs combination of Alex Reynolds and Chris Keller and women's triples combination of Melissa Morrow, Janice Trezise and Maria Spano both finished third in their section, narrowly missing out on qualifying for the medal games. It was a similar close story for our men's pairs combination of Stuart Forbes and Josh Studham and men's triples combination of Dave Carter, Gary Thompson and Gary Meekums, who both missed qualifying on top of their section and moving to the gold medal game by a single shot. However, both teams went on to put in good performances and claim bronze medals. Check back next week when we'll have the results of the singles and fours disciplines. On Sunday, the 6th of January, make sure you get on down to the McLaren Vale Bowling Club to see our men's and women's state squads take on composite Region 6 and 7 sides. The first game will commence at 9:30 a.m, followed by lunch and then another game in the afternoon. The format for the event will be 4 ranks of fours and 18 end games. If you are looking for something to do with your Sunday, head down to the beautiful McLaren Vale and enjoy a quality standard of bowls. Best of luck to everyone participating on the day. Bowls SA and the State Event Committee are pleased to announce the dates for the 2018-19 State Multi-Disability Championships. The championship will take place at the Clearview Bowling Club with dates starting from the 3rd of January to 6th of January 2019. These championships are open to members who are registered members affiliated with a state or association that is affiliated to Bowls Australia and have a pre-assessed disability classification for the relevant category: intellectual disability, physical disability and vision impairment. The next Senior Super Series event will be hosted by the Tranmere Bowling Club and supported by the Campbelltown City Council. It will be held on the 21st of January 2019. Following the success and the overwhelmingly positive feedback of the Naracoorte Lucindale Senior Super Series, you do not want to miss out on this day as entries are going to fill up fast. If you would like to enter this event, please check out our website under the Events tab or call the office and our staff will point you in the right direction. It's time for the officials section of the week. Players need to be aware of the conditions of play around going to check the head. In some cases, you can only go to the head when invited by the skip. Depending on the game or competition, these rules may change, so make sure you have a read of them before you go out and play your game. And that's a wrap for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the show and be sure to send in stories from your club. We'll see you again this time next Thursday.